Do you want to be truly smart? Do you want people to respect you not for what's in your pocket, but for who you truly are? Then pay attention, because in this video, I'm going to show you 10 attitudes that separate the smart from the foolish. If you want to grow, stand out, and earn respect through your behavior and choices, not just appearances, you're in the right place. So stop wasting time and let's get straight to the point. Stay alert, but don't get carried away. There are way too many people out there who love to talk, judge, and point fingers. If 10, 20, or even 1,000 people say you're wrong or acting like a fool, what do? You keep walking, head high, because at the end of the day, no one pays your bills, no one carries your weight. But here's a warning. Not being influenced doesn't mean walking around blind. Most opinions, trash, full of envy, resentment, and even a good dose of contempt. And let's not forget flattery, that sweet poison that makes you think you're bigger than you actually are. If you're not sharp, you'll either fall for the sugar-coated praise or lose sleep over a handful of useless criticisms. But listen, being strong doesn't mean being stupid. When an entire bar starts whispering that something's off, maybe it's time to look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I really screwing up? It doesn't mean changing for any random talk, but it does mean a wise man pays attention to the signs around him. Sometimes we're so busy running the business that we don't notice the holes in the boat. So the move is simple. Keep your eyes open, listen to everything, but filter what really matters. Judgments might be worthless, but every now and then, a well-said truth can save your skin. Be smart, because in the end, you're the one calling the shots, no one else. Reading is power. Listen up, my friend. Do you want to stay one step ahead in this game of life? Then pay attention. Reading at least one book a month is nothing. It's just a warm-up. If you read only 20 pages a day, which won't kill you, in a month, that's 600 pages. You know what that means? 2, maybe 3 books, depending on your choice, but let's keep it simple. Even reading just 1 book a month puts you ahead of most people. Want to know why? Because the average person reads between 2 and 5 books a year. Ridiculous, right? So, if you stick to this simple goal of 1 book per month, you'll be miles ahead of those who don't understand the value of knowledge. And I'm not just talking about looking smart. I'm talking about being sharp, clever, and capable of seeing opportunities where others only see obstacles. Reading is like training your muscles, but for the mind. The more you read, the more vocabulary you gain, the more knowledge you acquire, and the more ideas you generate. Your mind becomes quicker, more productive, and more strategic. But let me give you a warning. Reading like an idiot, just skimming through pages without absorbing anything, won't do you any good. You need to read with focus and intention. Every page should be worth it. Reflect, absorb, and dive deep. The art of intelligent silence. A smart man never reacts to provocations. Do you know why? Because the moment you react, you've already lost. The instant you let someone get under your skin, you show that they hit a weak spot. And in this game, my friend, showing weakness is like opening the door to vultures. Think about it. What do you gain by responding to an insult? Nothing. You bring yourself down to the level of the fool who provoked you. In a rap battle, it might make sense. But in the real world, whether in a professional setting, social environment, or even at a bar with friends, reacting is signing your own certificate of foolishness. Engaging in this childish game gets you nowhere. It only makes you lose reason and respect. A true man, one who understands how things work, doesn't indulge in empty words. He responds with actions. And do you know what the best response is? Winning. Showing that you're on a different level, that you don't get shaken by those who have time to waste. Never get comfortable. I believe the worst thing a man can do after achieving something is to get comfortable. Seriously. The moment you sit back, relax, and think you've won, it's over. You're not standing still. You're moving backward. And in this game, moving backward is the same as losing. Think about an athlete who, after years of intense training, decides to throw it all away, sink into the couch, and binge on junk food. He doesn't just stop improving, he starts to decline. He loses endurance, loses strength, and loses respect. And what happens next? He becomes irrelevant, a joke, an example of what not to do. The rule is simple. No matter what you've achieved, money, status, success, never, ever give in to comfort. Sure, you can and should enjoy your victories, but just enough to catch your breath and get back in the game even stronger. Because here's the secret that few understand. The world doesn't stop. There's always someone younger, hungrier, and ready to take what's yours. And if you're too busy celebrating, my friend, you'll lose it all. So the right move is simple. Always push your limits. Grow, evolve, stay in the game. Don't get stuck in a single behavior. This talk about always being the same is for those who have already lost and don't even realize it. A smart man understands that life doesn't stop, and those who don't change get left behind. Eastern culture figured this out a long time ago. Inside you, there are 1,000 versions, 1,000 personalities. It's no surprise that sometimes you look back and don't even recognize who you used to be. Think about it. Who you were at 20 has nothing to do with who you are today. And if it does, well, you've got a serious problem. Because the ones who survive and thrive in this world aren't those stuck in the past, but those who adapt, change, and evolve with the new rules of the game. Do you know what happens to those who insist on holding on to outdated ideas? They become dinosaurs, and dinosaurs don't last long here. The guys who dominate the game are the ones who learn, shape themselves, and adjust their steps as the music plays. They don't cling to outdated behaviors or mindsets. They grow with time and never fall behind. So, here's the play. Don't attach yourself to labels or old habits. Today, the world changes in the blink of an eye, and those who don't keep up get left behind. Every situation is unique. Don't generalize. Listen up. I'm tired of hearing this nonsense that all women are gold diggers. Seriously, it sounds like talk from a kid who hasn't learned a thing about life yet. Sure, there are women who are only interested in your money, your status, and what you can offer. I know that. I've come across a few, but just the same, I've also met women with more character and emotional intelligence than a lot of so-called grown men out there. Women who have built empires, who don't need anyone to support them. Now, let me teach you something. People who generalize have weak minds. A real man analyzes each situation as unique, because that's how the world works. There's no ready-made formula, no magic recipe. Every person, every moment has variables that make everything different. Want proof? Take two identical twins, raised in the same house, eating the same food, studying in the same places. Do you think they'll turn out exactly the same? Never. Because every experience hits differently for each person. So stop lumping everyone together, because that narrow-minded mentality will only hold you back. Rest when you should. No one is made of steel. No one. This idea of sleeping 4 hours a night and working 20 hours straight, thinking you're winning at life? Nonsense. Only a fool thinks like that. Hard work is essential, but if you don't know when to stop, your own body will force you to. And when the bill comes due, there's no arguing with it. A smart guy understands one simple thing. Progress is important, but rest is even more. Not because resting is a luxury, but because it's part of the game. If you don't recharge your batteries, you won't last long enough to enjoy the fruits of your effort. Working while tired, without focus, without energy, that's a surefire way to make mistakes, miss opportunities, and bury yourself faster than an amateur. The real player knows that sleeping well isn't a weakness, it's a strategy. When you get proper sleep, you wake up sharper, stronger, and ready to crush the next day. Seek productive distractions. No one can stay 100% focused all the time. Not me, not you, not anyone. Spending the entire day obsessed with work and goals without taking a breather? That's not strength, that's foolishness. The truth is, you need an outlet, something to take your mind off the routine, to help you relax and recharge your energy. Video games, exercise, movies, series, they all have their place. But here's the key. You need to know how to use them. The problem starts when distraction turns into escape. If you dive too deep into it, lose control, and forget your goals, then, my friend, you've already lost before you even realize it. The secret is simple. Use distractions as tools, not chains. They should make you better, sharper, and more focused. Never pull you away from what really matters. Set your rules, control your time, and know when to stop. That way, you enjoy yourself without losing your way, because at the end of the day, balance is what matters. Working hard is essential, but knowing when and how to switch off is what keeps you in the game for the long haul. Only the smart ones get this. Use anger wisely. Anger has two paths. One leads to destruction, the other to power. The destructive path, that's for amateurs. It's when you lose your cool, create unnecessary enemies, ruin opportunities, and throw your reputation away. A complete waste of energy. Only a fool lets anger take the wheel. Now, a smart man, he takes that anger and turns it into fuel. If life knocked you down, if someone betrayed you, if they tried to block your path to success, the right move is simple. Channel that fury, work harder, study with more dedication, sharpen your skills, make them regret underestimating you. Don't let anger control you. Take hold of it and use it to achieve what others tried to deny you. When properly harnessed, anger makes you unstoppable. It keeps you focused, hungry, and ready to prove to everyone and yourself that no one dictates the rules of your game. Take responsibility. A real man doesn't leave things for later. He knows that if something needs to be done, it has to be done now. Anyone who keeps postponing, thinking they can handle it tomorrow, is playing with luck. And luck, my friend, is a gamble, one that's dangerous. The unexpected doesn't knock, it kicks the door down. That's why the rule is simple. Before you end the day, leave everything in order. Have a plan, a clear path, ready to be followed the next day. This way, you won't fall behind, won't get caught off guard, and won't miss opportunities. The difference between those who reach the top and those who get left behind is simple: discipline. The smart ones do what needs to be done. No excuses, no delays. So don't wait, don't procrastinate, because time waits for no one.